it in my group as well.
Yes, definitely. So we are live. It's the YouTube link. That's true. And I will also share it on my group as well, so we can get more people to join us.
Great.
And if they will see the record, so it will be cool. One second. Okay, cool. So I just shared it on the link on my group. Sorry, did you share it as well?
I've shared it in my WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So I think we can start. First, Ravi, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. I would like to share that I know Ravi for a few years, I think from the growth
Mm,
hacking bootcamp of Kivil, right? I think it's where we
correct.
met.
Yeah.
Cool. And I know him like a guy who knows many stuff about Black Hat and, really like to crack down many methods and to build up some of like your own strategies and to make it work very good and to get results. So, yes, I wanted today to speak a bit about yourself and about your new tool of Facebook outreach. I know there's also a lot of demand about it. Um, so let's start. So first, Ravi, who are you? For the
Yeah.
people who
Sure.
don't
So thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Adi. Appreciate the opportunity. And I think that we connected some time back, and we were doing similar things in the cold outreach space. Like Dr. Jarvi was one of the things that uh, the things you were implementing were the things that I was thinking of how to implement it myself with. Not necessarily like I know you had the tools there. I was thinking, how do we potentially automate outreach on email, LinkedIn, Facebook? So yeah, there was definitely a lot of synergy there. Yeah, just to give you a quick background on myself. So for the past, I say 5 or 6 years, I've been in the cold outreach lead gen space. So I started about 5, 6 years ago. I used to run a LinkedIn marketing agency purely based on automated cold outreach. So we'd have a SaaS. I used to white label a SaaS platform, and just to backtrack. So mostly what I did was white label SaaS tools, learn how to get results on it myself, and then get clients to help them get results for. So my first ever SaaS tool was a cold email tool that used to scrape LinkedIn for emails and then send emails. This is called Torch Leads, and I grew that to about 500 or over 500 users. So the, when I say users, they're total users, including the free trial. There was probably around 200 or over 200 paying customers, and this was done with cold outreach and content. This was done with pretty much the same strategies I use today. Cold outreach, getting people on a call, creating communities. This at the time was a Facebook community, creating loads of valuable content on how to be successful on it, and then people with getting people on board and giving them a no-brainer offer to sign up, whether that was a free trial or support or whatever it was. I wanted that buying process for them to be so easy and so fluid that it's pretty much a no-brainer. Then I moved on to LinkedIn, partnered with someone else who I also met in Kirill's group as well. So that group's amazing. I probably met like many people. I'm sure with you, many people that maybe clients or partners or just friends, and it's been a really cool place. And I started to grow a LinkedIn agency, but then a few years later there were some issues with LinkedIn, so I'm not sure if people know, but profiles got banned. They decreased their limits, and we could send less connection requests per day. So we had to pivot. So eventually, and this is more recent, and this is what I'm going to show you guys today, is I landed on a Facebook automation tool. And instead of white labeling it, I'm partners with them. So I sell this as a reseller. But the idea again was simple: is I need to learn how to be successful on the tool, then I can get people on it, and that's how you attract people in the first place. So right now, the tool, we currently have, I would say, over 30 clients. So we launched in December. No website, nothing, just hey, here's a tool. Do you want to know me? Get into my group, and then from there we'll give you more info, etc., or get on a call. I still to this day don't really have a proper website. I'm still making one, so it for anyone who thinks you need all these crazy assets and things, you actually don't need any of these. And from there, we're at about 30 clients so far. Um, Two good success stories, I would say. Uh, I'll just start with my one to begin with, where I I use the tool to sell the tool. So what I used to do was I did a mixture of cold outreach, using the tool, and adding content to my Facebook profile, like to generate an audience, and put two things together. I got an audience for my free group. So a free WhatsApp community that I built. I wanted to take people off Facebook into a WhatsApp community so I could message them in the group and everybody will see it rather than relying on Facebook not showing it to certain people. Then 3 days I made offers, and this was on Christmas Eve, New Year's, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's Eve, because I wanted to create a hype and like, hey, it's a special occasion. Here's an offer. Um, Between those 3 days, I generated $5,000 in new sales, right, and recurring sales of software subscriptions. And this was from a completely new audience who are in a new group. And I think at the time the audience had about 50 people or so, and possibly out of the 50, 7 or 8 or 10 people signed up at the time, right? So the point is that you don't need a big audience. You just need 50 people in a community. As long as you're growing that community, you're giving a lot of content, a lot of value, and then every now and again making a no-brainer offer that makes sense. You can generate those sales, and those sales turned into other sales, referrals, recurring higher ticket services, etc. So it's not just, if you, it's okay to just make one sale for now, even if it's like $100, because that could lead to more things. So I always tell people, be patient, grow your community. And so that's the first success story. The second one, which is really cool, was from a client who used the tool themselves, and they have a board game which they're looking for funds for their Kickstarter project. It was a Kickstarter. They're looking for crowdfunding. So we got on a call with them, mapped out a strategy of this is how we're going to target people who are fans of board games in general. They use the tool to go into Facebook groups, find people who are very niche specific to board games, and they also use it to uh, scrape the people who engaged with their ads, comments, and likes. We set up a messaging strategy to reach out to the people, send them a message, get them to say yes to their initial message, which is go on the pre-sale page. They signed a bunch of people up on their pre-sale page once they added the tool in, and when they launched, I think they said they had a target goal of $5,000 to raise. They cleared that 5,000 within 75 minutes of launching, which was amazing. And in the end, right now, they're at $25,000 raised. So 5 times the amount of the target they wanted raised, they cleared that. Using the tool into a pre-sale page. So the idea is, right, here's what I teach now is, don't think of a tool as a direct way to make sales. Just use the tool to grow an audience, to get a positive reply, which is the only objective of cold outreach, is to get a positive reply. And the second is turn that positive reply into an audience that you can communicate to, a group or whatever that is, and then nurture that, an email list, whatever it is, and then nurture that with great content, make them feel great that you're the trusted advisor, and then you can monetize. So yeah, I've just spoken for about 10 minutes without stopping. I just realized, but yeah, happy to answer any questions on that, Adi, or go into more specifics.
Yeah, no, it's actually great. I think that you're saying very interesting stuff to the people over here and very valuable experience, because I know I remember it was from the LinkedIn tool, and I think you really take this part of automation to the next level, because take a tool and just to use it, it's like to take a car and just to drive it. But if you don't know how to drive properly, it won't really get you the results you want, or it won't get you to the goal. So I think it's very, very smart that you're like making all the process much simple. And I think we all know, you, me, anyone watching that, there are many times that we are trying some tools. It can be some AI tools, it can be automation, scripts, no matter what. And then we feel this kind of like this feeling when you're not getting what you want and it's very
Mm,
disappointed, and like you say, this is shit. It's
mm,
not working, right? Like, I don't know, like Facebook ads or something like that. So I think what you're doing is super, super smart, and it can be very beneficial for many people.
mm.
And as you also mentioned, it's results oriented. So if you're doing it correctly with the right setup, with the right copy, with the right funnel, you build the community before, then you can actually get the results. You can get leads, you can get sales. And I'm totally agree about the community and to give the value. I think that it's hard to understand it on your start when you're just starting your entrepreneurship, the journey.
Mm.
But as long as you're moving forward, you're just okay. If I want someone to buy for me, I must give before I will get or I will take. So I'm
Yeah.
really connecting to any word that you mentioned here, and what you
I,
just shared is it's true.
yeah, I think that's the biggest issue I see with people is um, one, they're not patient enough, right? They think, oh, like you said, the tool's not working right now. The tool sucks, right? It's never the tool. There's millions of tools that do millions of things, right? It's how you use it, as you said, right? But they're too impatient that it's like, oh, I've sent 50 messages today and nothing happened. I was like, well, you got to analyze the messages and this, and are you giving value, etc. And the second important thing is, like you said, you have to give first. Like, how is someone meant to know that you are, let's say, a trusted advisor if you don't show that in the first? And how do you show that is by giving solutions to their problems, and simply put. So I always tell people, just create the best way, the good way to think about a lead magnet is, what is something they're already paying for, and how can I deliver that for free? Right, that will really show that I really know my stuff, right? And it'll create a very attractive lead magnet, a reason for them to talk to you. Once they started to talk to you, whether that's like on a call or whatever in your group, then you can lead them down a path, right? Then you can get on a call with them, give them so much value that they feel that you are the person. You want to get to a point where you are the go-to person in their heads of, um, I have a problem, I want to fix this, right? And I told a client this the other day, is like, there has to be one thing that you become known for, right? And it doesn't have to be this huge thing, right? Like for me, like I try to become known as the guy that can write cold messages very well, that get response, right? That's it, right? Use a tool and write a cold message and generate a response, right? However minor or big or small that seems, right? I want to be the person in someone's head when they're like, I need a cold message written, I need to turn to Ravi to how to write that, right? I could suck with sales, I could suck with marketing, this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter because I don't need to be good at the whole thing. So I tell people, take the pressure off. Don't think that you have to be like Elon Musk and great at everything. Get very specific at one little thing that can move the needle for someone from A to B. Even if it's a very slight thing, get really good and be known for that, and just talk about that all day. That's what you keep talking about. And the more content you make around that, the more you'll get known for that thing.
Totally. I agree. If you can please, I don't know if you're allowed to share the tool or to speak about it, like to give the
Yeah.
people like more information. What is this tool? What is capable to do? Why it's so cool? I would love
Yeah.
also to see and to hear, of course, what you can do because we are on YouTube, and I don't know the rules of your like of the
No, I can do a full demo. Obviously the whole demo can't be done because to send the messages and stuff takes time. But I can show you exactly how we use it to be successful. But just to briefly say what it does, as simply put, right? We can find people on Facebook wherever they're commenting, liking posts that they've put up, ads, so like competitor ads, members of groups, a people search where we can search their job title, location, a business page search. So whatever they are, like commenting on videos, pictures, wherever we see them, right? We can scrape them. So we go do this in a very targeted way. And that's the first half, finding people on Facebook. And the second half is sending a message to those people with automation. Um, just to put it very simply, right? Find people, send them a message, right? We've now got AI in the mix, right? And how AI uh, contributes is automatic responses. So the idea is, once a prospect responds to your message, the AI takes over and handles the conversation for you. So we program the AI in a very certain way to handle that conversation for you. Um, so the end goal with AI is essentially automatic lead generation, where it's going to send you the message automatically to 50 people a day. And the ones that reply, it's going to handle the conversation to book a call into your calendar or whatever you've ask the AI to do. It's pretty much set it and forget it, of course. So what I'll do, let me
I
share my
want to see
screen.
that. Yeah, it
Yes,
sounds so easy, and like to make all of this kind of process, which used to be very complicated, super easy.
yes, definitely. I'll just kind of
Are you also providing the profiles to send the DM? So it's like, for example, if I'm a client, I need to provide you a profile.
yeah, so I provide a profile, I provide a proxy, I
Yeah.
provide the full training and support. So everything because things like profile get suspended and things like that. So I'm trying to find where. Okay, here. Okay, let me know when you can. Oh, wait, I'm sharing. Let me know when you can see the Facebook page, please.
Yes, now I can see that.
Okay, great. So I'll give you a quick demonstration of how we find people, right? And my favorite way is just going straight on the feed, right, and going to um, group posts, but basically, or any posts, right? Like here's something in a group here, right? And what we do is we go to the comments, we click all comments, and we run our tool, and we click start. And now what it's done is the person who wrote the first level comment, it's all scraped them, it's grabbed them, right? And it's put them into a list here, right? Now we can just save that list. And obviously it's better if you're going after like a comments, 50 plus comments or something like that, so you can get more people. Now we can save that list. I'll just call it demo one for now. Another cool thing is, let's just go into a random group, is from a there's another person doing the live.
Yeah.
From a comment, we can put in a negative keyword. We have the option of a negative keyword, right? What that means is if we put a name or a job title, it won't pick up that person. So the best way to think about this, right, is we go into the members section and we put in all the names of the admins and moderators in negative keywords, because we don't want to send a message to the admins and moderators, right? So we put that in negative keywords. They won't get picked up. Simply then we just go into people who are new to the group, click start. All these people are getting scraped now. And what I do, if for whatever reason, right, I think they're not my target audience, because some people, they have a bad profile picture, they're not, whatever it is, right? I'll just start deleting them now so I don't send them a message, right? So that's how we easily just scrape groups. Another really cool thing is business pages. So this is great for certain types of business. You want to go after business pages. Let's say we're going after like plumbers. And then what we do is we can either go to people. So we can choose the location. So everybody with the word plumbers in London comes up, and there's loads of people that we can scrape, or we can go to business pages and send a message to the business pages again with the location. This is literally as simple as clicking this button, clicking start, and it's scraping all these business pages here. So
Nice.
the way to think about it, is groups. What's really cool is ads, though. Like if you found a competitor's ad, and this is probably more related to like B2C because they're commenting on ads, right? I'm trying to find someone. Like this only has 7 comments, but a lot of also pages as well. So it's an interesting use case which I was trying to think of how to grow pages by scraping the comments of pages and doing outreach to them saying, hey, like my other page, which is very similar. And
That's
another use case is like people who already have big audiences, like if they're talking about the same thing, here's what I'd do here, right? I'd scrape all the comments here and I'd reference this thing, what they commented on. I'd be like, hey, saw that you commented on this person's post about cold outreach. And this is like a very targeted audience because they talk about cold outreach. And then I could ask a relevant question. And basically, what I'm doing is adding 3, 4, 5 different levels of personalization. I'm talking about the group. I'm talking about that they commented. I'm talking about whose post they commented on. I'm talking about what the post was about. And then I can ask a question. So this makes it seem like I'm doing a lot more personalization than necessary. Does that make sense?
yes, and you're also using the AI for that, like the AI, like for the copy.
No. So the AI doesn't come in until The AI just handles the responses. So you build out the copy yourself, and the AI handles all the responses for you. So
Gotcha.
what I can, I've got a video of that demoing that, but I can show you how it works in practice as well. So um, can you see this new window now?
Yeah, looks cool.
Okay, so this is just the dashboard of where we set everything up, right? So the first thing, like I said, we've scraped a list, and I've just see this demo list here. It's scraped, the 9 people we scraped. Now we create a campaign, right? And what the campaign does is it's the message sequence that gets sent out, right? So what we do is, I'll give you an example of a campaign that I'm running now. Um, it's split up into 3 sections: a greeting, a message, and a call to action, right? So the greeting is just hi, first name. We can get very personalized with the first name, right? What's really cool is we have spin tags. So for people who know about cold email, they know what spin tags means. But for people who don't know, um, these 3 words in the brackets, hello, hi, hey, the system will choose one of those 3 words to send at a time. So the idea is we don't want Facebook to know, we don't want Facebook to see that we're sending the same message over and over again, as that will trigger all the spam traps, etc. Right? So we want to be sending different messages every time. And this is how we do. We have 2 ways of doing that. We have spin tags. So we can put as many words as we want in the spin tags, and it's going to choose one of those words. You can get quite creative with this. The second thing is we've got something called rotating messages, where if you see this says A, we can choose up to 5 A, B, C, D, E, 5 different messages to go out, and the system will choose one of them. So this is, I'll show you one example. It's like the greeting is this, and then the first message is, saw you could be running cold emails at scale. B is, I'm using different words, and I can use spin tags or rotating messages, but noticed you might be executing mass cold outreach. So I'm using different words, so because I don't want Facebook to pick up that I'm using the same word over and over again. So with this, and I can have a different call to action. So I've got 5 different call to actions, or four in this campaign, with different words. The system will choose one greeting, one out of this, and one out of this. So the kind of like the amount of variety, especially if you spin tax everything, so the amount of variety you're sending, just over 50 messages, pretty much you could have 50 people getting a completely different message, all in the same campaign, all done with automation. Does that make sense?
Yes, it's crazy. I can see here, for example, you did like A, B, C, D, but you have the plus, so I can add 50 different versions.
No, so here you can add 5. You can add up to E, right? So there's 5 here,
Mm.
but you've got 5 in call to action, 5 in message. So it will choose, like, it could potentially choose like message A with call to action B, message A with call to action D, etc. Message B with call to action A, like that, right? It's so there's 5 times 5 is 25 there, plus the spin tax. Like I could spin tax every word instead of like saw you could be running, saw you might be running, like that, right?
Nice.
So you could get a complete variety of messages, and we have follow-ups as well. So the idea is if they don't reply to the previous message, we can time a follow-up. For example, 3 days later, it sends a follow-up message, and we can have a whole sequence in. So that explains the messaging side. And simply put, we just, once we've got a list, we've got a message, we literally just turn the email on, turn the not the email, the message on, and it starts sending those messages to those people. So the system does it in a very clever way. It times the message between 5 to 7 minutes randomly. So the idea is you don't want to just be sending 10 messages at once, and you want to create some, you want to mimic human behavior, right? So you want to time a message that's randomly every 5 to 7 minutes, which it does automatically. We have a warm up feature for new profiles as well, which means that if we put, for example, a message limit, so say we want to send between 15 to 18 messages per day, and every 3 days or every whatever, 1 day, we can ask it to increase the amount of messages. So this automatically ramps it up for you, so you don't have to worry about that. So you can start small, get on Facebook's good side that you're sending less messages, and every day you're slowly increasing it to remain clear of Facebook jail and everything like that.
That's cool. I like it. It's super simple.
Yeah. And then we've got the AI involved. So like everything is great, and now we've got AI on top, which how we do it is we we fill the AI with all our information. Okay. So for example, our business name, about our company, our calendar link to book calls. We have an AI name, the response tone that we want the AI to speak in, our marketing goal. Now, this is really important. This tells the AI what is our goal of the conversation. Do you want to book a call? Do you want to send someone to our landing page, invite them to a group? What is our goal here, right? Then we can also add FAQs. So FAQs potentially are like things that questions that you want to feed the AI for it to answer. So this could be objections. This could be things your prospect could ask, like, oh, what if, hey, do you have a case study, or whatever it is. Like, you can fill up to 10 FAQs. Your product information as well. So you can put the name of the product, the pricing, the duration of the pricing, the link, the description. So if they ask you about your product or your service, you can fully communicate that here. And we have qualifying questions. So this is really cool. So you can add 7 qualifying questions, and then you can tell the AI in marketing goal, only book a call with me if they answer yes to all the qualifying questions. Like, just like in a calendar form or something, you can say, hey, how much revenue I'm making? And just like, if they say, like, are you making more than 10,000 a month in revenue? If they say no, then you can tell the AI in the marketing goal, if they're making less than 10,000, send them this video. Or if they're making more than 10,000, try and book a call. So you can get really, really creative with it.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. So that's pretty much goes over everything. My offer with this is I help you with everything, right? So we not only do you get access to the tool, you get access to a full coaching group. We have a private WhatsApp community where you can ask any questions, get any questions answered about not just the tool. It's like lead gen, cold messaging, targeting, things like that. I also have twice a week, we have a support group. It's a Q&A. I give you some trainings. You can ask any questions live to me, get your campaign sorted. That's the best way. Like, if you're like, because I just help you like it's a consulting call pretty much. It's like, hey, I'm struggling with this message. What do I write? And we basically just write you a message there, or we go through your offer right there. So I encourage people to come to the support calls. We give you access to a Facebook group, which has access to other marketers, 7-figure marketers there who train you on AI marketing sales with this. So we're trying to help you all along the way. We've got onboarding instructions. I provide you an account, a proxy, how to set that all up. So you're running it yourself. So we're trying to make things so easy for you. And just to give you the context, so like if you go on the official website, right? So just like I mentioned, I'm a reseller. I just want to show you the official. If you go on the official website, which
We can see it, by the way. Sorry.
s-
We see the easy here. Sorry, we don't see the other screen.
yeah, okay. I'm trying to find it actually, which
Oh.
I can't find it anymore. But if you go on the official website, right, it's at the moment, they, for a year, it's like $4,000. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So this isn't my website. Okay, can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 plans, right? There's Easy Messenger without the AI, which is $2,000 a year, or there's Easy Messenger with AI, which is $4,000 a year, right? So it's an upfront payment, but what I offer is even a better deal. I'm a reseller. I can offer that legitimately. So let's say if you wanted like the Easy Messenger $2,000 a year, can you see my calculator as well? Or is that
No, I only see the website of like the company.
okay? I'll just show you something. 2,000 divided by 12 is $166 per month. Okay, so I offered this for $97 a month. So instead of going directly and paying 2,000 a year or $167 a month, through me you get it at 97. Now I with this, right? So just to show you what this is per, well, it would be double that, right? So per month at with the AI, you're going to pay $333 per month, right? If you go directly. As a reseller, I'm able to offer that at $197 per month. So you're basically getting around, not 50%, a bit less than 50% discount just by going through me, including all the support, the training, consulting, everything related to it. And this is fine. Like, this is not me undercutting everyone. This is like me. I know that I know the developers. We've discussed this, so I'm allowed to do this as an official partner and reseller. So I just wanted to put that out there, that if you go through me with this, you're getting a much better deal than the official site. So that's why I encourage people to go through me as well.
That's super cool. I want to ask you, Ravi. First, it looks super. I like that. I think that I'm using
Mm.
other tools for outreach, like social and stuff like that, and also many people using VAs. And I think not you, but the people who build this software make it with a lot of thinking about how the outreach should be and make it. I like that. I want to ask you, like, for the people who are watching us, like which kind of business or which type of entrepreneurs this can be beneficial for them. What do you think from your
Yeah.
experience?
So yeah, just to touch on your VA point, like this gives you now the power of a VA doing manual outreach for you, but it's automated. If you're paying a VA, I don't know, 400, $500 a month to send you 40 to 50 messages a day, now you can run a tool that costs 97 or 197 a month, more than half the cost, to do that same for you. Add the AI, now that someone's handling that response, you don't even need a VA to do that. You can have one VA manage 10 profiles, for example, which is what I do on my server. I manage multiple profiles. My one VA manages all of them. So you're saving a lot more cost there and getting a lot more output. Your who this is good for. So the simple question is, if your target audience is on Facebook, this will be good for you, right? So that could be anyone, agencies, coaches, e-com, SaaS. What we're finding out is because I speak to a lot of freelancer, solopreneur types, right? Or people with high ticket programs that are trying to grow their community, coaches and things like that. It works really well for them because what you're doing is you're essentially off. I don't call that B2B. It's more or less B2C, even though you're trying to like get someone to another business owner. But it's not like B2B as in LinkedIn. That's corporate B2B. This is just like freelancers, solopreneurs, coaches, all on Facebook. It's great for you because you can build your audience with a lead magnet, which is what I suggest. Have a great lead magnet, build your audience that way with the tool, and then convert them on the back end, like I mentioned. So coaches, agencies, appointment setters, like now I said, right, instead of hiring a VA for an appointment setter, you can use a tool to do the outreach for you and have one appointment setter manage multiple SaaS tools. So as long as your audience is on, and now like with the Kickstarter project, that's a game. Like someone who has a board game that wants to generate funding. So the sky's the limit on who can really use this tool.
I agree. Yes, I think that some of the ideas that I have, first, as you mentioned, if your target audience is there, and let's be honest, many, like almost everyone is on Facebook. It can be adult, it can be young. So I think it's cool. I think the features of the scraping are super, super, super beneficial with the people who last joined to the group, to specific groups, to target people from your competition's ads. This is
Mm,
crazy. It's exactly like your audience. So I think it's great. And I also think the people who are watching us from the Black Hat community, if you're like, I know many people have like agencies for Instagram growth or Twitter growth. So this is how you can get much more clients. Like you can actually, with your support, of course, because I think the most important part here is the funnel and the copy and to make sure this will all work. So
mm,
to get someone like you to really help to make it work because the tool is working, we saw, but we need to really do this well. So I think it's
yeah.
great if you want more clients, if you have a product. And as you mentioned, I like the strategy of like the community and like to build a funnel because of course if you're trying just to sell like direct sell like, hey, this is my product, buy it now, it will be harder. You can do this, of course, I'm sure you did it, but if you're doing it a bit longer funnel, you can get like much more higher sale or high ticket sale and so on. So I think it's super cool. I like it. If you are asking me, I compare it to the tools I'm using, and I think it's super easy. The interface you did, I think you have so many features here. It's also I don't really need like a VPS, right? Because it's like a Chrome extension. I can just use it on my own PC, and you
Yes.
basically provide the account and the proxies. Is it part of the package, or I'm paying separate part for the proxies and the accounts?
Oh no, so for every license, I provide you an account and a proxy, and depending the country you want the account from and the proxy. So, for example, and I show you my process because there's a process of how we build up Facebook profiles to make them look good, because you want to make them look like branded, professional to do outreach with. So, like a high authority, high credibility profile. We get an account from the US. make a nice photo, brand them properly, and I'll give you the proxy as well. So if people don't know, you need a proxy to make sure you're logging in from the same IP address without getting too technical. Facebook don't think you're just using your Facebook don't think you're spamming, pretty much, right? And yeah, so we set that all up for you. So I give you my onboarding, which is a call, a live call like this, one-on-one. I give you the step by step. So by the end of the onboarding call, you're good to go. You've got your campaign messaging all set up with my help. So you can just launch a campaign, and then you just have to jump on the calls whenever you feel like it, get little tweaks here and there, and you're guaranteed to, if you're doing outreach anyway, you just need a few tweaks and scalable, and you're guaranteed to generate an audience.
Yes, I agree. I think like many people don't do the outreach just because it can be a bit complicated or they don't know where to start. And here you're just bringing this on the table. This is all of the instructions. Do this, and it will work. So I think it's cool. I'm actually want to try it also by myself. So I'm going to speak with you, and maybe we can make like a live case study. Because, for example, me, I want to grow my own Telegram group. So let's see. Let's see. I'm sure it will work, of course, because I know exactly which people to target, and I'm
Mm,
using other tools as well. But I feel they're like much more complicated.
mm,
Like you know what I mean, like tools like social and stuff like that. You need to
yeah.
invest so much time in the settings, and it's not always working. There is some bugs, and it's like so. I think here it's super cool. I'm going to try that.
Awesome.
And
No, happy to have you.
yeah, thank you, Ravi. And as for the pricing, so just to understand the basic, if I just want, let's say, I first you don't have. I'm guessing it's also makes sense. You don't have free trial, right? I must first pay, and it makes sense because right, it's like no free
Yeah,
trial.
there's a reason for that, because we thought about 7-day or 14-day free trial. Because of the warm-up period of when you get a new account, right? It's not like you're sending 50 messages a day. Like, it doesn't make sense for you to use it for 7 days and then be like, oh, I don't want it. And what I found is, um, if and here's just it might be a bias, for example, right? Um, I'm ideally looking for clients who are like, I know cold outreach works, I just want to automate it and scale it, rather than, hey, I want to try a tool and try it for 7 days, and if it doesn't work, I want to cancel, because most likely it's not going to work like that for you, right? So if you're not, here's my suggestion is, if you're not already doing cold outreach, or you haven't ever sent people a message before, or have like something you're trying to build an audience, don't use the tool right now. Like, you can feel free to contact me for like other advice on what to do to begin with, but I want to save you money at the beginning and say, don't do that yet, and then get the tool when you're ready to send messages. You've got a good message going out, and that's what I really recommend people.
This is smart. I like it. So I mean, when you find something that's actually working, this tool can scale all of the process. You can start with one license, all working well. You can go to 2, 3. Like there's unlimited. I like it. So
Exactly. Yeah.
it's cool. And the price per month for like let's say without the AI, it's 97 a month.
Correct. Yeah. 97 without the AI, 197 with the AI.
197, cool. And there is obligation. Let's say I want to do this for 1 month, 2 months. I need to pay like to commit to specific amounts, like six. I don't know.
No. So it's cancel when you want, month by month, totally fine. And look, if it makes sense for your audience, Adi, I'm happy to do a deal on the AI as well, to make it even more attractive for them. We can work something out, where they get a discount on the AI, just for them to try it out and see if it's something that they want.
Awesome. Thank you, Ravi. I think I will add, of course, your details over here. I don't know if you want WhatsApp or like the way you want the people to contact you. And I think in general, you have a lot of content also on YouTube about cold outreach and like copyright, and like a lot of like all of this topic, you're like the expert in it. So I think people who want just to also know you a bit before and to see what you're doing, I think it will be great. I will share the links.
Great,
Um,
great. Yeah. And if you want to message me, the best place is Facebook, just because that's the most direct way of getting in contact. And just the last thing, like, I want to recommend people is like, I have 100 subscribers on YouTube, right? I got to 100 today, right? It's nothing, right? All I'm saying is, you don't need a big audience to generate sales. I've generated sales of YouTube. I've generated high ticket clients of people of recurring sales, right? Of people who've messaged me, who booked a call with me because they saw a YouTube video of me, someone who I've never met. And my point is, you don't need to be this big YouTube sensation to generate sales, right? Use YouTube as a way to show your expertise to people. Like I have 100 subscribers, absolutely nothing, right? It's even 1,000 is considered nothing, right? So all I'm saying is don't put that as a barrier of, hey, I don't know enough people, or not enough people follow me. What can I get? You can. Like I monetized YouTube at 30 subscribers. So I just want to put that out there. And half of them were probably my friends and family. So real subscribers are probably about 15 or 10. So
That's
never put
cool.
that as a barrier on why you can't get the sales.
As long as you're providing the value like you're doing. So I think this is like the main
Exactly.
main idea, the value, the community, and then to start to monetize. I really am connecting to this method. Cool. I don't know if we have many questions. Let's see. I don't think. Let's have a look. Yeah, we have some cool people over here from the Black Hat and for the growth community. So, guys, the people watching, if you have any question to Ravi, feel free to comment below. If not, and you're watching the record, I will of course share his Facebook and all of the details so you can contact him directly. I think it's cool. I think we need to use more tools like that in order to get more sales and to just monetize the stuff like better. And I don't know, I like this kind of stuff when I see these tools and it looks so easy. So why not to grow
Of
more?
course.
And especially with your support, I think to make it so simple and to help the people to get the goals, it's super important. And that's it. I'm really happy to have you over here. So thank you so much, Ravi. It was super cool. I hope to also
Thank
make
you.
it the people will want. So once again, maybe we can do another live session, maybe next week or later on about cold email outreach because I know you're also expert with that. I don't have enough information about it. So if you want, guys, you can comment also about the cold email
That's my
outreach.
favorite topic. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but that's my favorite topic is how to write a cold message that gets a positive reply. So I'm happy to do a training like that. And just one last point with the tool is like why it's good. It's a set it and forget it thing. Like I set up the tool. I log into Facebook. I went for a walk. I came back 20 minutes later and had 5 replies. Right, so I didn't have to do anything. I just have to walk away, come back, and I can respond to the replies. So once you just put in a small 1% increase in the effort using the tool, you're just waking up to positive replies, new audiences, new leads. But yeah, Adi, definitely happy to do like a cold outreach session as well. Like it's one of my favorite things to do. So yeah, let's organize that for sure.
We'll do this as well. Thank you so much, Ravi. Guys, contact Ravi. Tell him that you watch this session. Maybe he can make something cool for you, as I mentioned, with AI, and he will do the best for you. And that's it. Thank you so much. Have a great continued day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.